Sunday, March 26. The Battle in Heaven. Revelation 12 presents a stream of dramatic episodes, snapshots of the age-long conflict between good and evil that began in heaven but will end here on earth. These episodes take us down the stream of time from the opening scene of Satan's rebellion in heaven to his vicious attacks on God's people in the last days. Read Revelation chapter 12, verses 7 to 9, which describes this cosmic conflict between good and evil. How possibly could something like this happen in heaven? What do these verses imply about the reality of free will, free choice? Revelation 12, beginning at verse 7. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. The freedom to choose is a fundamental principle of God's government, both in heaven and on earth. God neither created robots in heaven nor on earth. Created in the image of God, we as humans can make moral choices. The power of choice is closely aligned with the ability to love. If you take away the power of choice, you destroy the ability to love, for love can never be forced or coerced. Love is an expression of free will. Every angel in heaven was faced with the choice either to respond to God's love or to turn away in selfishness, arrogance, and pride. Just as the heavenly angels were confronted by love with an eternal choice, Revelation presents each one of us with eternal choices in earth's final conflict. There has never been neutrality in the great controversy, as we see in Luke 11:23. Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. And there will be none in earth's final war. Just as every angel chose Jesus' side or Lucifer's side, all humanity will be led to a final, irrevocable choice at the end of time. Who will have our allegiance, our worship, our obedience? This has always been the issue with humanity, and it will be so, however more dramatically, in the final crisis of Earth's history. But here is the incredibly good news. Revelation 12 describes Christ's triumph in the conflict, and all we have to do, using our free will, is choose to be on his side, the winning side. How great to be able to choose a side in a battle that you know beforehand it will win. So, to finish today, think about how sacred free will and free choice must be to Jesus, who, though knowing that it would lead him to the cross, gave us free will anyway. 2 Timothy verse 9 in chapter 1 reads, "He has saved us and called us to a holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of his own purpose and grace. This grace was given in Christ Jesus before the beginning of time." What should this tell us about how carefully we should use this sacred but costly gift? This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.